Testing, 1, 2, check 1, 2. You have found Spearfish City Limits. My name is John Dale, broadcasting from the corner of Canyon and Jackson in Spearfish, South Dakota. Very sunny today. Going to be a beautiful day here in Spearfish. It is the 16th of August. Looks like about 9:42, 8, 7, 9:47 Spearfish Creek time. Glad that we are back here together again around this wide angle windy curve. So there's some examples that you find throughout your life about good stuff, and I like to try to remember those examples, and the stuff that's truly good I like to share with the people I care most about, and that's you that have devoted time and energy to doing the intellectual work of following the information we put on our streams. That includes you FBI agents too. Even though you're basically glorified script kiddies, most of you couldn't write a line of code if your life depended on it, and you're just using that OPM toolkit to molest digitally every family in the United States. But I digress. It's kind of deplorable, to be honest with you. At any rate, so we have an example that I found from a company called Proton Mail. I think they're in Switzerland. And they had a massive upgrade of their software, and their systems were like just going up and down, and they had a major problem with their software systems. And this is I presume, a multi-million-dollar company. They may be in the billions by now, right? And if a billion-dollar company, like Google has downtime, Facebook has downtime, Twitter has downtime. If the billion-dollar firms can't keep their systems up all the time, is it reasonable to expect small software firms to do that? That's the first question I would like to pose to you. Is a company capable of being a good small business if they have occasional downtime? The answer is yes, because everybody has that problem. It's a question of how do you react to it? Do you spin a yarn to your customers and lie about everything and shift blame, or do you step up and own it and take responsibility and describe in detail what happened to the people of your customer base that are interested? Clearly, it's the latter. That's how you conduct yourself. That's how you do a good business, is you be honest. You be honest about it. And so I have this letter that the Proton Mail team wrote after they figured out what the problem is. And this is a key differentiator too. You go and you work the problem heavy and hard and fix the problem as quickly as you possibly can and devote all your resources to that. Just fix the problem. And then once you fix the problem, be honest about it and let your customers know what's going on. So when I saw this letter, this is going to be a very short transmission, but when I saw this letter, for those of you interested in customer service and how to do business, I think this is a golden opportunity to gain a key insight, a key principle. And if you follow this principle, you will do well in business. That's my opinion anyway. So the first section of this email is titled, How We Solved It. As soon as the incident began, we progressively reduced the load on the databases by splitting the workload over more servers and slowing down lower priority services such as push notifications. This is why some of you might have experienced delays in receiving notifications. Many of these changes required us to bring additional servers online, and our infrastructure engineering team worked in continuous shifts around the clock to get it done. We worked to make the intermittent service interruptions as short as possible during this period. Despite these efforts, we regret that this situation still impacted many of you. After redistributing the database workload, we were able to fully restore system stability and improve performance. So they said they have indicated in this bad news letter to their customer base that it's actually good news. We fixed it. So the first thing is how we fixed it. For the people in the audience, a lot of technical people especially use Proton Mail because of the privacy assurances of the firm and because of the laws in Switzerland around privacy. Think about it. Every email that we send and receive goes around the world fully encrypted to Switzerland because we can't trust the firms in the United States. Let that sink in, by the way, just as a side note. When you're designing products, maybe don't design a product that is meant to destroy your customer. which is Google. They didn't realize it, I don't think, at the time, and they probably thought, "We're just gonna do ads." But no, those dispositions feed into a social credit score that's gonna prevent you from driving, it's gonna prevent you getting food, among other things. Next steps, the next section of this bad news email to customers, which is actually a good news email because they already finished the fix, is entitled Next Steps. Serving the Proton community is our main priority, and we're deeply sorry about these service disruptions. We owe you an apology and understand that we must do better. Many of the improvements we have made this week have substantially strengthened Proton's infrastructure, making disruptions like this one far less likely to occur in the future. We will take these lessons with us as we continuously work to serve you better. We will also publish a more detailed report on the Proton blog in the coming weeks. Proton is building a better internet where people come first and privacy is the default. Our work would not be possible without you. Thank you again for bearing with us and for supporting our mission. Thank you, the Proton team. Now, if you were a company that lost $1 million contract or something because of this outage, you might be a little angrier than is manageable by this email. But for the vast, vast majority of customers, this is a home run. We're sorry, we fixed it. They're not saying we're trying to fix it. We think there's an outage. Here's what we think's going on. No, they went in and they murdered the problem and then brought the systems back online and then explained what had happened. So bravo and kudos to Proton for coming up with a great fix. Apparently, allegedly, everything seems to be working faster than before, actually. And you can host your domains with them if you wish. They're not a sponsor of our program, but anybody from Proton Mail that tunes into this, feel free to drop a tip in the tip jar. We live in abject poverty here and we're trying to work our way out. So if you got any value from this, please return that value in the form of a tip at plainstribune.com. There's a tip jar to the top right if you scroll down just a squirt. Thank you so much. My name is John Dale, broadcasting from the corner of Canyon and Jackson in sunny Spearfish, South Dakota. Waiting for some theme music to come in here. There we go. There it is. This is a song called Black Hills City. I wrote this song, recorded the guitar and the drums right here in the studio. In fact, my drums are, where are they? They're right back, I think here. Yeah, they're right back here. There's my drums. They're in cases right now. We'll be breaking those out to produce a song called Cow Dog in the coming future, in the coming weeks. Gosh, I think that's all. Thank you again so much for joining me. This is Spearfish City Limits, a production of plainstribune.com right now. Although you can go to spearfishcitylimits.com. Keep checking back there because that will be moving fairly quickly. We'll be back around the bend with more great content soon. Have a great day, everyone.